processors get hot. You're gonna need a cooling solution to make sure that thing stays at a safe temperature. Let's talk about your options. For the longest time, we've had two specific cooling options for CPUs: heat sinks and water cooling. A heatsink with a fan is the standard affair. It's a block of metal, possibly with copper tubes and heat pipes mounted inside, that pull heat away from the processor, and then a fan blows that hot energy out and away from the heatsink. Honestly, if you're not going to get into overclocking, a regular old heatsink should do the job just fine. However, if you are thinking about overclocking, or putting that CPU under a heavy load a lot, there's water cooling! Water cooling involves setting up a series of tubes in your PC that circulate a liquid that pulls heat from any of the devices connected to the tubes and sends it to a radiator unit mounted somewhere in your case that dispels the heat quietly. It's a pretty hardcore solution to a hardcore computing setup. The prospect of setting up water cooling can be an intimidating one. I myself haven't attempted it out of my own stupid paranoia of
liquid in electronic box bad.
So I'm sorry to say that I'm not much help while setting something like that up. Yeah, I know, the irony of the water elemental not going for the water option. Shush up. That said, if you want a good middle ground solution, there exist closed-loop all-in-one solutions that allow you to have a CPU water cooler and radiator unit installed in place of a heatsink and a few case fans. I would definitely suggest something like that if you're interested in water cooling, but don't want to deal with the hassle. Make sure you get some decent thermal paste to apply in between the top of the CPU and the bottom of the cooler. That way, there's a solid seal between the two, and heat can transfer smoothly. I am not giving any recommendations on how to apply the thermal paste, because no matter what, some group of enthusiasts are gonna hate me. Here's a chart of common patterns. Just go ahead and choose one. You'll likely be just fine. Just make sure that it's on top of the CPU, and not like, oh jeez, or like, oh god no! Oh, and before I forget, a lot of fancier coolers work with multiple CPU form factors nowadays, but that is not always the case, so make absolutely sure you find a cooler that fits your make and model of CPU. Trust me, I've made that mistake before, and you end up with a big hunk of metal that you can't do anything with. On the next installment, RAM! Oh, why? Why have you done this?